Hello everyone. Right, I am back, and this morning, it's very early still, probably looks lighter on the camera than it actually is, but this morning I have come to Hockley in Essex to visit the final resting place of the world's strongest man. Well, I'm in the little car park next to the church. It's a lovely little church. I've just done a little bit of research on it, and apparently it's suspected it was actually built by King Canute. I think everyone's probably heard of King Canute. Yeah, if I turn around this way, you'll be able to see it behind me. There's a church. Yeah, apparently the oldest part of it was apparently built by King Canute. And he was obviously the Battle of Ashington, which is just around the corner from here. And apparently it was built to celebrate the victory over King Edmundson in 1016 to 1018, I think, if my memory serves. But we are going to take a little walk in to the cemetery now. And we are going to try and find the final resting place of the world's strongest man, Alexander Zass. So I'll flip you around and we'll have a little wander through, and we'll have a little look at the headstones and the church itself, and then we'll try and find his grave. Just turn around. It's a bit slippery this morning, as you can see, by the frost on the ground here. It's very slippery, but it's not silly cold, not as cold as it has been recently. There's the church, and here it is. Lovely old church. When I was looking it up on the internet, it's various build dates, but I think the tower is the original, and I think that is 1016 to 1018. The rest of it is obviously built later, it's been added to and whatever. But it's lovely. I mean, look at that sky in the background. It's absolutely beautiful here this morning. I don't know too much about this cemetery at all. I mean, the fellow we're coming to visit today, Alexander Zass, I knew nothing about him till about a week and a half ago. I come across it totally by accident. These windows, the stonework, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so the time is about 7:45 in the morning. It feels earlier because it's still so dark. The sun is just creeping up over the horizon, I think. But this church is traditional. It's very traditional. It's up on top of a hill in a little village just outside the main part of Hockley. And there's an absolute beautiful view. I've already been down here to find the grave because I didn't actually know exactly where it was. I was just going by a picture I'd seen. But it's on a hill, and the cemetery kind of runs off down the hill there in front of us. Look at this. Just don't make headstones like this anymore. Right, anyway, we'll have a little wander around the cemetery and try and relocate his final resting place, while I tell you about Alexander Zass. Alexander Zass, born in Vilnius, Lithuania on 6th of March 1888. His dad was Ivan Zass and his mother was Ekaterina Zass. Zass loved a circus as a young boy. He would seat himself at the ringside and watch in awe as they performed. During the First World War, Zass served in the Russian army fighting against the Austrians. He was taken prisoner 4 times but managed to escape each time. Following the war, he joined a circus to perform feats of strength, touring internationally. It has been claimed that Zass was a spy and secret agent working for Russian military intelligence. His first wife, Blanche M. M. Zass died on 22nd of August 1928 in Forest Hill, Kent, aged only 19 years. He was still performing as a strongman in the 1930s. From the 1930s until his death, Zass lived in a bungalow in Hockley, Essex, along with other former circus acts. He died in 1962. After a dawn funeral, a circus tradition, he was laid to rest in the parish church of St Peter and St Paul in Hockley, England. The inscription on the grave is 3 lines of Cyrillic script, which, when translated, reads, "You are always with us, Sister Nadia Zass, nephew Yura Alexander Zass. The world's strongest man, died 26th of September 1962, aged 74. He was honoured with a statue in a museum in Orenburg, Russia. Zass has been credited with various feats of strength. During the First World War, his horse was shot out from under him. He used his shoulders to carry the injured horse to the army vet. He carried 2 lions on his shoulders as part of his circus act. He carried a grand piano, a pianist, and a dancer simultaneously on his shoulders. He caught a woman fired from a cannon. He suspended a piano using only his teeth. Being able to pound a 5-inch spike through a 2-inch plank using only the palm of his bare hand." Well, look at this one. This one's actually got a tree growing out of it. And it's not a small tree. I wonder who this one is. Right, let's go and find Alexander's final resting place. It's absolutely beautiful around here. Look at this. Look at this view. I'll try and get a better picture of the view. But now I've got to go mountaineering because the church is up there. And that's where Alexander is resting. So there are some very unusual ones. So I've just been around here. I had a look at this. This one's like a scroll. It's kind of a scroll effect, but it's just resting against stone. Or stones that have been cemented together. Right, I have got to go up there. Now it probably doesn't look that bad on the video, but it is quite a steep one. It is very slippery because it's very white-hatted with frost. Right, anyway, back to Alexander. He is known as the father of isometrics, which is a form of exercise that doesn't involve a lot of moving. It's kind of, how can I explain it? It's like imagine you get yourself into the squatting position, you just hold it there. So all the muscles in your thighs and calves are working without you actually moving. They're under strain. That is basically isometrics. It's exercise without a lot of movement. It's just putting certain muscles under strain and holding that position. Right, now I did find it this morning. It's over here. I don't think we're going to get too much information off of it. And as I've already said, it's in the acrylic script. So it is over here. Oh, I found it, I think. I think I can see it. Yes, that's it. Right. Here we are, we have arrived. This here is the final resting place of Alexander Zass, the world's strongest man, or Samson, as he likes to call himself. He wrote a book called The Amazing Samson, and the name Samson is taken from the Bible, the strong man in the Bible. Well, I'm going to try and get the camera into the writing. I can see writing on this, but I can't make it out. So let's put the camera in and see what comes up. I can see the word Alexander on there, but that's about all I could make out. He was an absolutely incredible man, and I've only just found out that he's buried here, right behind the church, with this view, looking out over the River Crouch. We're right up on top of one of the hills. There's quite a few churches around here on hills. You've got Ashington Church and you've got Canuden Church, all on hills. But you were an incredible man, and you certainly lived a full life. So that is a final resting place of Alexander Zass. We'll have a little wander around this side of the church now on the way back. I haven't actually been around this side. The older burials seem to be more that side. I mean, there's a little tomb there. Haven't really ventured around this side at all. It seems to be quite well kept up this top end, but down the bottom end I couldn't believe that tree growing out of that grave, and they run right down the hill there into that little wooded area. It's probably beautiful up here in the summertime or in the springtime. But yeah, there's some fairly recent ones here. Well, I say recent, within the last 10 to 20 years. I have no idea if they still bury people here. Now, what we got here? In loving memory of Keith Griffiths, died 25th of Jan 2019, age 68. Dear husband, dad and granddad. But it's obviously, that's ashes that have been interred here. As far as actual burials go, I don't know. But anyway, that is it for this video. That was Alexander Zass's final resting place. If you did like this video, then please hit that like, get a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and share. And certainly make comments. And if there is anyone you want me to go and see, any celebrities, whatever, then put it in a comment and we'll see what we can do in the future. But anyway, that's it for me from Hockley. Goodbye, Alexander, and I will see you on the next one. So ta-ra for now.